We're just going to make it rock. Good morning. This is the Morning Motivation. My name is Thomas Warden. These are entrepreneurs and people from across the world that are joining in every day to get a message, to get something more within them, to know that they can surround themselves with people who are like-minded and want to do something better within themselves. Well, we have found in all of our works that we have been working through, and all of our trainings that we have been going through throughout our lifetime, the experiences to get to where we are as life coaches and mentors, to be able to bring an inspiration, new words, new thought processes to yourself first. And how do we start our day every day? We get up, we say thank you before we get out of that bed for everything that we have in this now time space reality. The roof that was over our head last night, the blankets that was covered us and kept us warm, the bed that was able to sleep in, the clothes that are on our back today, the food that's in our belly, and the people and the love that we have within our heart, and that we're able to let our cup fill up first by saying, I love you each and every day to ourselves first before we even go out to the world. So getting up that way lets the universe know that we are in alignment and in tune with everything that we want to do within our life. Giving an intention for how our day is going to go. We teach people how to make sure that you learn how to do goaling. Write down some goals. Write down some things that are important to you, the most valuable to you, and how you can put yourself in alignment with those things. How you can get your life by journaling and knowing that you can set realistic goals for yourself and achieve those goals and make sure that you are keeping yourself on track on a day-to-day basis, because nobody else knows what you want to do or how you want to do it to get there. So just know that you're opening yourself up, surrounding yourself with people that have already accomplished many things within our lifetimes. And what are we doing? We're showing other people how to do the same thing we have done to shift our lives into a total different direction. And this is how it all started first, is by getting our mindsets corrected, getting our hearts in line, getting these two in conjunction, and letting you know that this power source that you have within you, you can create worlds and you can move mountains all by the thought processes that you give that intention to. If you want something within this world, then you have to go after it and you have to make it happen. We have found those little secret sauces and those little things that we need to do on a day-to-day basis to be able to move our life with those goals. And keeping ourselves on a high flying disc, as I call it, a high vibration plane. Because at first our thoughts are here. We're not in alignment with that what we want, which is here. So what do we have to do? We have to get our mind and our belief within that we can truly have that, and we are worthy of having that we ask for, and put ourselves in that correct alignment to get ourselves to where we can marry in with that what we are co-creating within our life. Because everything that you have already done within your life, you've already co-created. It's already accomplished throughout this lifetime to get you where you're sitting at right now to do the things that you're doing today. But sometimes life overtakes us, situations, darkness, depression. Why? Because of medical practices that are going on throughout this world, and you feed it within yourself, and guess what? It puts a cloudiness within you. It doesn't give you clarity on what you're wanting. Why? Now you're hungry. Now you're thirsty. Now you're dehydrated. Now you're back at the doctor again. And it's just a vicious cycle, so they can keep feeding you and keep utilizing you as a guinea pig. Well, we have found out how we get ourselves within alignment, get our life within alignment, get ourselves with clarity and true focus, and have that intention of where we want to go and how we want our life to be, how we want our bodies to be, how we want it to look, is only up to you. If you aren't happy with something that you have within your life, then you are the only one that can take something and shift it just a little bit. We're not asking you to do much within your life. All we're doing is telling you to wake up each morning and be grateful for what you have now, and then watch your life shift into a total different direction altogether. Now, every day, what are you doing out there in the world that's making you happy? Because we want everybody to be happy within this life. We want everybody to have excitement within this life. We want everybody to know that when you wake up, that power source that you have, that you were born with, that you don't have to go find. You're not going to go buy it at no Walmart or no Circle K. You're not going to find it in the black market. It was within you the whole time. And all you have to do is unlock it, because you're the one that put up the walls to it and started blocking, saying, oh, that's too hard. Oh, I can't do that. And what are you putting up? That's excuses. We all have them. Now, no, break them excuses and throw them in the trash, throw them in the blender, whatever you need to do, and go put them out in the world and say, these aren't my excuses anymore. I'm going to move my life into a new direction of what I want and how I want to do it. Now, a lot of us are entrepreneurs and living our life, so we need to know who we want to be able to surround ourselves with. I want to surround myself with positive-minded people who are moving themselves into a new direction and are uplifting others as they're doing it. So what did we do? We created a community to do that, to lift up to each other and not break each other down, to make sure that you're on the right track to go where you're wanting to go, to move in that direction for that goal. That's why we started this online morning motivation. More people, 7 million people are tuning in to the social media aspect versus watching that TV. Many people are starting to back away from that TV because they're seeing the crap that's being put out on there on a day-to-day basis. You know, the time energy sucker that it is taking people away from what they truly want to do, their passions, their happiness. Before you know it, there goes 30 minutes. Oh, before you know it, there goes an hour because you watched 30 minutes of probably commercials and 15 minutes of the movie that you wanted to watch, you know, when you're watching TV. So how much time are you wasting that you could have been productive on something that could have moved this mindset and this body into a whole different realm, a whole different state of life, instead of sitting there complaining about, oh, well, this lack of, or I don't have this. Well, what was you doing during that time frame that you could have been doing something else? So we as entrepreneurs in here have found something different that we can do to get our eyeballs on our offers and our products and how to shift our lives right here by surrounding ourselves in meetings like this with people and getting the knowledge and the tips and tricks of what they are doing to how they're making the extra money, or how they're making a full-time living, or how they was able to take just a few words and a few thought processes, put a new perspective to life, and then shift it altogether. And we do it on a day-to-day basis. This isn't something that you're going to, you know, a New Year's resolution, oh, and then 30 days later or 90 days later, it's gone. No, this is your life. Are you living it? Are you letting someone else live your life? Are you being happy because, oh, if I have this, I'll be happy? Why are you going to be happy just because you have that? Why aren't you happy now? You know, that coming will make you more happy. Yes, awesome. But if you're not happy now, how do you expect to have that? Because if you're not happy now with what you have, then that you want is not going to come to you. The universe says, so if they're not happy with what they have now, how is that going to make them any more happy? So we're not going to give it to you. So be happy with what you have now, and then that you want, desire that's off over here, it will come to you because you're in that correct alignment, and the universe knows it, and they're going to bring everything that you truly desire. Many people say, I want this, I want that, I want more money. Why do you need the more money? Why do you want the more money? Break it down. Put it on paper. Why is it actually truly going to make you more happy if you have more money? Because I think we had said it last week or just this past weekend in here. You know, you get more, you know, an increase in pay at your job site. Awesome. What do? You go collect more bills. You go buy more things that you truly didn't need, but yet you say, oh, I can have it now because I'm making more money. But yet you're truly not. You just put yourself further in debt instead of utilizing that money to get rid of some debt, to put yourself in a better alignment, because if you get out of that true debt, you will find yourself in a less stressed state, less fights at the house with the husband or wife, less worries of the lack of, I don't have the money to go buy this. If you put yourself in a debt-free state, how much better could your life feel? How much better would you feel on a day-to-day basis? A whole lot better, I promise you, because I know I do. But, you know, I worked for many years for somebody else and doing nothing by collecting more debts because I'm having to work out of town and have a home base. Now I'm paying for two places, and I wasn't really making any more money. So once I got into working for myself as an entrepreneur, and I've done more in the last 3 years to get myself completely debt-free. I worked hard. I bust my ass every day. Y'all see the good side of the videos. Y'all see the fun stuff and all the places we go and all the travel and all the people that we meet and that we're able to co-create with all over this countryside. That was a choice that I made because I was a traveler already. I love to travel because I like my camera. It sets up right here is video on us right now. You know, this right here, I like to do this on a day-to-day basis. That camera has brought me more joy because I've been able to see more beauty that this world has created for us to have fun on, and more people are tearing it down each day. But I like to see it before it's all gone in my lifetime. And there's a lot of people who don't get to travel. So my travel pages that I have out, people like to go to those pages and watch those posts and look at those videos. So y'all get to see the good side, but y'all don't see the hustle. Y'all don't see the things that we have to do on the backside, the hours that we have to work, the phone calls that we have to stay on, the meetings that we have to go to, the things events that we go to create more in within us to get our knowledge better. You know, we hustle every day, just like you hustle at your 9-to-5 job, your 10 to 12 hour job, whatever you're at. So all we did was traded our time from there to work for ourselves, and we learned how to do it. And then when we started this community of morning motivation, it was for our community of our team that we had. But then the team started saying, hey, I've got some family members that would love to hear these words in the morning. Love to know that they have something more within life that's within them. So now this goes out to the world. It's live streamed all over in 5 different locations right here, right now. So just know the words that you're in here to hear this morning, are you ready to receive them? Receive the things that you're about to hear. Grab them in. And if they need to go for you, take them and run with them. You know, do something better within your life and move yourself into a better direction. Nobody else is going to do it for you. But guess what? You have a community and people that will stand here beside you and support you and give you the right information, put you in touch with the right people, give you the right knowledge that you need to increase yourself, as long as you want to take it and do it and receive it and implement it within your life. All we can do is guide you to it. Now it's going to take your actions, because we can't do it for you. It's not our life. We're on our journeys. But what we have done is chosen to offer this back to the world, so you can actually have this for free every morning, 7 days a week, 365 days, because we aren't juicing. We're in here making sure that everybody is full of love every single day. Everybody knows that you are a power source every single day. Do you need a little kickstart every morning to remember that sometimes? Yes. But with some of the tips and tricks that we show you on how to go to a mirror in the middle of the day, just like you did first thing in the morning to start your day and tell yourself that you love you, sometimes you might get down. Guess what? There's a mirror on a visor. There's a mirror on a truck. There's a mirror in every bathroom and every store and restaurant. Go to that mirror and start talking to yourself if you need to. People walk by, think you're crazy. Sometimes you need to have some expert advice. Talk to you, because you're the only one that knows how you feel and how you can get yourself from sadness to happiness within split seconds. Nobody else is going to be able to do that. So whatever you have to do it to make yourself feel better every day, every single moment. Nobody can take that happiness from you. You can only allow it to be taken from you. Whew, beautiful day. Jan, I see your hand up, baby. Go ahead.
Awesome, Thomas. Yes, I just wanted to say good morning to everybody tuning in. There's some people who are tuning in on this platform or off Facebook for their first time. And what he said is just so powerful. Like the fact that, you know, we can do what we want to do. We can structure our days the way we want to do it. The mindset is so key. And that's why I literally, like, some people are watching this at 6:30 in the morning. Some people are on Atlantic time watching this, like the girl in New Brunswick. I think it's like 10:30 in the morning. But if you have your mindset in check, you are really powerful to do whatever you want to do. So it's so critical. So yeah, I just want.
Yes, thank you. And definitely the blast that went out, we had, Messenger mini chat. Me and Jim was definitely hustling yesterday. You know, we are entrepreneurs, so 7 days a week is our hustle. We don't know what Monday through Sunday is. We just know that there's a calendar with dates on it. We know what the dates we need to be and the times that we need to be somewhere. So we get up and make sure that we spread this out, and it has going out to the world yesterday. We see many people within here that is new faces, and yes, we welcome you. And that the link that you went to this morning is the same link that is put out every single day, and this happens at the same time every single day. So if you want to come in and join in, awesome. We love it, appreciate it. This is also recorded and put on the Thomas Lee Warden YouTube channel, just like a game warden. You can see it right there right now. And then it's put out on YouTube. There's many more videos that we've got on there that you can go and enjoy in there. Scroll through them. Check out some. They might grab your heart, because you're going to hear from many people in here within just a moment. So, Brother Julio, you have a moment before you jump out?
I just wanted to talk to you guys about, I'm always thinking and thinking about what I actually bring to the forefront. But I was meditating on a message this morning, and it was just a manifestation. We've been speaking a lot about that, Thomas. You know that. So just manifesting your own greatness, and I think you have to. All of us have to come to a point where and it coincides exactly what you were saying, Thomas. You can't hear me? My volume?
You're good.
Oh, okay. Um, you have to just manifest the stuff that whatever you're supposed to become it's already inside of you. It might be trapped at the moment, but it's inside of you. Anything that, like the best form of you that you could ever hope yourself to be, or you at your your ideal weight, or whether you want to become a bodybuilder, or you at you consider yourself to not be good in a specific area, and you can envision yourself to be good in that area, or you being the best dad, or being the best at something, or whatever. The best form of yourself is locked inside of who we are as an individual, who we are as a person. So if we could take the time to grab a pen and paper and discover aspects of ourselves, realize things about who we are, how we were created, how we were made, not be so busy with the every single day. Not be, yeah, we got to go to work. Yeah, we got bills to pay. Yes, we have to do this and do that and all these things, but stop for a second in each and every day and analyze your life, analyze your situation. Think, hey, how could I gain some ground here? How could I gain some momentum? I mean, that's where, picking up a book and just reading something, not something, but reading something that's going to be, fruitful, make you analyze yourself, make you think about your life in a different way, from a different concept. That's you growing, that's you maturing, So, I mean, us as individuals, I think, that is yet to be unlocked in each and every person. And when, we have this, becoming an entrepreneur, because getting your time freedom back, getting financial freedoms, in a sense. I think only then an individual begins to discover, maybe the books that were inside of them, the businesses that they were made to start. I mean, who's to say that you couldn't be the person to employ 60,000 people, 150,000 people by the businesses that you're going to be creating in the next year and a half? You know what I'm saying? Had you just had the time to sit there and, okay, well, now I have a business plan. Well, I've been sitting on all this money for all these years, and I don't really know what to do with it, or a decent amount of money. It's not enough to do something, where you're going to spend a lot, but it's enough to invest in a proper way where you could set yourself up for something great. I mean, there's mass potential in each and every one of us. It's just a matter of us discovering what that is for yourself. We are all born with giftings. I have different giftings than Thomas does. Thomas has different than Shannon. Shannon has different than Ryan. I mean, anybody on here, it doesn't matter, So I think that if we can tap into that every single day, if we can get and gain momentum and grab that for a second every single day, the possibilities that will only just to begin to be realized, each and every day, and who we are and what we actually can become. Taking that time, just taking the freaking time. Don't get so busy with life, man. That you neglect yourself. Don't get so busy with life that, you're not taking care of yourself. Don't get so busy with life where, you're not examining, like you don't ever want to look back and say, damn, what did I do with my time? Damn, what did I do with the X amount of years? Or what did I do with this? Or what did I do with that? I mean, we're only given this opportunity freaking time. So why not make it the best damn opportunity that we have every single day?
How many go and sit down with their grandparents, or end up at a nursing home visiting their grandparents, and then hear the stories of the regrets? The things, well, son, make sure you get out there and do this because I wish I still had it and could have done it then. Things like that. So we're young enough still and figuring out that we don't have to work until we retire to actually go enjoy life. We figured out that we can enjoy life. And then when we get to the retirement age, we're going to have fun sitting in a rocking chair telling the stories about what we did with our life, the places that we went, the people that we was able to touch across the world. That's the best part of what we have right here with this social media aspect altogether, is the lives that we are touching on a day-to-day basis, not just within our little community of 100,000 people, but we have 1 million or more. Think of that. So now, we thought just back in November when we started all, this right here, and then we said we're going to record it in January, and we start getting this out to the world and not just to our community. And now to see the lives that are coming in here and the people that are commenting back and the comments that we get, the phone calls that we get, the emails, the things that we have done right here, the people, the words, the comments, the conversations, everything that has come out right here to let people know that you are not in the darkness by yourself anymore. You're not on a journey by yourself anymore. We are all in this to co-create our lives in different directions together. Because if it wouldn't been by co-creations, we wouldn't be here, period. On this morning, we wouldn't have these phones in our hands. We wouldn't have that car to drive. We wouldn't have these nice clothes to wear. So what are you creating within your life? Because we all have a creative side, an imaginative side. So what are you bringing to the table is a question that we ask a lot of our community, a lot of our clients all the time. What do you have to bring to the table if you're wanting to do something more within your life? What do you have to offer that's going to inspire others, that's going to change the world? Bifocals, created out of necessity. Me working as an entrepreneur because my feet wasn't working like they needed to anymore, so I had to shift my life. And then I had to rethink the process of how to walk all over again at 43 or 36 years of age at that time. So necessity brought in new creations and new ideas and new thought processes within us, and learning how we can take those thought processes and actually manifest those into reality and actually hold them and taste them and touch them and say, wow, this was fun. I just thought about this 6 months ago and now here I'm doing it. What do you want to do with your life? Where do you want to bring it? So now you surround yourself with people of the like mind of what you have. So what did I do? I found people, a community that was on the move to do something different within their life. To see a mechanic go from there to working for herself, to see a restaurant manager in 4 months go to working for herself. And I want to know
something for a second.
Yeah.
When I first came into this group, and I've shared this with you a bunch of times, I thought you guys were weird. I was like, what the heck is this positivity stuff? What are these people talking about? Operating on a different frequency. Jen was talking about it the other day. How she was amazed by what you were talking about when she first met you. So I was like, what the heck is going on here? But the more we began to put exactly what you're saying into practice, man, is when that shifting took place. So I'm sorry, Thomas. I didn't want to cut you off. That's just something I had to check there.
Go ahead, Jen.
So when you were talking about grandparents, it's so crazy because my grandparents were both in a nursing home. My grandma ended up with dementia and Alzheimer's. My grandpa had his leg amputated, ended up with lung cancer. They were thrown into separate wings of the nursing home. And I remember having that conversation with my grandpa, and he's like, if you have opportunities arise in your life and you can take the opportunity and it's going to better you, it's going to put you in a different position, you're going to have a new experience, do it. And that's one of my main missions with this. When I mean, as a restaurant manager, and a lot of people know if you're in retail or whatever the case might be, you're kind of getting by paycheck to paycheck. And I was like, realistically, how am I going to be able to help my parents doing what I was doing? And so that's why I made it a mission. There is no way I'm putting my parents in a nursing home. They're not going to go through the abuse, the lack of attention and care. That is not happening. And so this has been a major motivator to not only set myself up, like you, Thomas, like so many other people in here watching, or some people that are still at their job, right? I was like, I am determined to make sure that they are financially set so that that does not happen. And then it goes back to the whole regret thing. It's like, I'm not going to sit there on my deathbed being, oh, I wish I would have done this. I wish I hadn't done that. No. Time is now.
That's it. The time is now. And yeah, that's one of the biggest part of me and Carol, why we get along so well when we first connected together, is her parents, from Ohio, they come down here to South Texas and live with her for 6 months. While it's winter up there, they come down here. They're up in age. So her mom stays here with us, and then we bring her back up there, in the springtime, and, we hang up there with her for a little while and get her back acclimated and get her things cleaned up and ready to roll. That's what we wanted. We didn't want our parents to have to go to any nursing home. So my mom is living right next door to my sister as well. So that way we are making sure we're taking care of our parents. They took care of us, so we're going to make sure we take care of them. But the best part about it is to see their lives shifting, knowing what we are doing to shift the world, to wake up each day, to be able to know that we have connected across the world in all kinds of different things. Go ahead, Jen. You got your hand up again, Jen? Galaxy, I see your hand. Go ahead, babe.
My mom lives with me, and she actually has an apartment downstairs below my husband and I. So I agree with Jen there. I don't like old folks homes because they're so abusive to the elderly, and I'm a person with a soul heart and I love elderly people. That's what I used to do, and unfortunately my health got the best of me. So I had to give up that job, and it sucks when you have to give up something that you really enjoy and that you love. And I'm also a hairdresser by trade as well. I also had to give that up. I do deal with my husband. He's former military. He's not in the military now due to his health issues. So, yeah.
Well, tell your husband thank you for his service.
I take care a lot. My husband's very nervous about me doing this because he thinks it's not true, but I'm trying to explain to him about everything. Like, I've been talking to Jen off and on for the past, I don't know how many years, Jen. She keeps coming in and out talking to me. So I said, well, you know what? I'm just going to go on here and check it out to see how things are. And I'm liking it so far. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and I was doing yoga. I do yoga every morning during Thomas's motivation, killing birds. But yeah, exactly. And we've probably been talking for a while off and on. And I mean, that's the reality of this, is that so many people, including myself, including a lot of people watching this, either on the Zoom or the live stream, you are skeptical. There's so much garbage out there. You don't know what to trust and what not to trust.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm a very nervous person to do things too, as well, like to trust things. And because there's a lot of scams, a lot of things out there, but just listening to this, it seems to be pure and true. So I'm hoping that things will work out for me and help me out and try to explain more to my husband so he'd actually believe this, that it's not fake.
That's where I would ask you to step him on so I can say thank you for his services that he gave to our country.
He's actually outside.
That's good, but I'm just saying, tell him thank you.
Yeah.
And then, yes, this is, how would you put it? We are real. We have been through situations in life, and just like everybody else within this. And every day we have a lot of people say, oh, this can't be real. Then we're going to ask you to, instead of, it's the mindset. If you want something more within your life, then find what's going to make you happy with what you're thinking you're wanting. Find that happy spot within it. Now think about that happy spot. If I do this, why is it going to make me happy? Okay, now you're talking about your health is down, your mother's health is down, his is too. We have many people with PTSD. Okay, I have it. So I know if that's what he's dealing with, we need to talk. And we have many other people within this organization. Christopher is one as well, that is moving people's lives, but with PTSD. Military families we work with all the time because of the situations that you're going through and the things that we have to offer. Listen to what Jen has to offer. And then you will see the bigger picture of what we do on a day-to-day basis besides this mindset that we do in the morning time. Because we move people from the inside out. We shift families' lives from one direction to the other, all by the thought process of believing within yourself that there is something more within this world. If he believes so well in taking care of the country and going through the war and going to take care of what the government said would be best for him, and now what does he believe in that he wants for his life now? Because you can live in this attitude of, oh, this is where I'm going to be for the rest of my life, or where do you truly want to go? So we're showing people how to get to that next realm of where do you want to go within life. And we're showing people how to do it on a day-to-day basis, because everybody that you see within here, if not most of them, if not all of them, have done something different within their life. Might be working for someone, but yet they're doing something else to do something more greater within their life. Because I got tired of the pink slips. I got tired of getting laid off from construction. I got tired of my attitude that I was having towards life and people because of their, how would you put it? Sometimes just their stupidity of not even just seeing the bigger side of a solution to something. Instead, they were just making more problems for the situation that was going on. But they were making the problems for themselves, which was casting over us, and it's just not what I like. So I like now knowing that I have a source energy in my aura that nobody can get in unless I allow them. So this community of people that you see right here are few people that I allow into my life, allowing to let me be able to communicate with them, because I run on a different vibration plane. And you will hear that many times from me in here and everybody in here. There's many things that I get to talking about that I may lose people at some point, but yet if you listen for a moment, you will actually receive the information and understand what's going on. So it is a good day. But these things that I ask, you have to do them daily. And I'm not asking you to do nothing but do something for yourself. I'm not asking you to be selfish, but you have to take some moments for you that you have to put up here and think about what you want that's going to make you happy. Not your husband, not your mother downstairs, the person, you. Just for that moment. All right. Brother Ryan is in here this morning, and he has a message out of a book that he reads. So we're going to jump it over to Brother Ryan so we can keep this moving. We know everybody's time is valuable, and we appreciate all the people that's coming and staying in this morning. So Brother Ryan, go for it.
Good morning, everybody. Great to see everyone. Once again, bringing something from The Voice of Knowledge by Don Miguel. Common sense is wisdom, and wisdom is different from knowledge. You are wise when you no longer act against yourself. You are wise when you live in harmony with yourself and your own kind, with all creation. Right now, you have a choice. What are you going to do with this information? What happens if you don't believe in lies? Take a moment to put your attention on your feelings, to feel all the possibilities for your life if your faith is no longer blind. If you recover your faith from lies, your suffering is over. Your judgments are over. You no longer live with guilt, with shame, with anger, with jealousy. You no longer have the need to be good enough for anybody, including yourself. You accept what you are, whatever you are, even if you don't know what you are, and you don't care to know anymore. It's not important to know, and that is wisdom. Just imagine that because you don't believe in lies, your whole life changes. You live your life without trying to control everybody around you, and your integrity doesn't allow anybody to control you. You no longer judge other people or need to complain about whatever they do because you know you can't control what other people do. Just imagine that you choose to forgive whoever you hurt in your life because you no longer want to carry all of that emotional poison in your heart. And just by forgiving everybody, even yourself, you heal your mind, you heal your heart, and you no longer have emotional pain. Just imagine that you recover the power to make your own choices because you no longer believe the storyteller. You enjoy your life with plenitude, with inner peace, with love. Imagine how you treat your partner, how you treat your children, what you teach the new generation if you no longer believe in lies. Just imagine the change in the world of humanity out of something so simple, not believing in lies. And that's all. Much love, everybody. Hope that was as powerful to you all as it was to me. Have a good one.
Yes, sir. Very much so. Go ahead.
Lies. That's good. There's so many lies out there that people receive. You know, that's a good message right there, Ryan. Loving that.
Thanks, buddy.
But not just many lies out there that they receive. There's many lies that people tell themselves every single day. The same story that they keep playing over and over again of the poor pitiful me, or, this person will listen to me, or,
why I can't do something. Yeah, exactly. Self-doubt.
Self-doubt, the fear within ourselves. So what news story do you want to tell yourself? Where do you want to be next year? What happiness do you want in your life next month, today? Because it's funny, because a lot of people say, well, it's not the right time. Ricky put out a post earlier. Time is steadily ticking by and you can't get it back. So
The
how?
time is,
Go ahead.
time is not Thomas. No, the time is now.
Yeah.
The time is right now. You have the power. You have the authority over yourself. You don't have to wait for anybody. You can take control because you have the control, and the opportunity is now. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. Tomorrow's not promised. You know, the time is now.
Yeah, time is going to pass either way. What do you do with it is up to you. So it's a choice that we have all made to do something different with our time. And we have found different ways to be able to utilize our time to bring something more within our life, to do something different within our life, to bring a better version of ourselves to this now time-space reality that makes us happy. Go ahead, Brother JJ.
Good morning, kids. It's a great morning, actually. Hoo-dee-hoo. I wanted to say something to Miss Lovely, Beautiful Galaxy A8, whatever her name is. We love you. Glad you're here. There's a few new people in here that I'd like to kind of address them with something that, us that have been in here a lot. I've been in here now for, I think, going on about 6 months. 4 months? Something like that. It's been a long time. I've been in here. It's made I'll tell you what, I'm living, breathing proof that this place works, that doing this is extremely effective. I even had my dear sweetheart, I had her confirm it. She did it. She confirmed it based on something that happened while we were working together on something that, my response to something that happened was so much different than it's been in the past. And, this morning, a good friend of mine put up a post on Facebook saying something to the effect of, somebody said to him, "You're a really great person," and something or another. And he replied back, he said, "Oh, well, that's great. Maybe someday that'll be good enough for somebody." And I posted back to him, I said, "Dude, the only person that you need to be good enough for is you." And, we talk about all the time around here, we talk about working on us. And, I was talking to my good buddy that's here today for the first time. I was talking to him last night, and I told him, "Look, bro, you need to take care of you. You are number one. You got to, like the airplane says, put the mask on, right? Before you try to take care of anybody else, you take care of you. You have to take care of you." And in my opinion, the best way to start taking care of you is to get your tail into this place every single morning. We were in here last year on Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's. And you know what? Those 3 days were probably the most fun of all of the days that we've been in here. But those are the days that a lot of people didn't show up because whatever, that's a reason to sleep in. And I've said here a lot of times, I say this all the time. One of the main reasons I'm in here every single morning is because the millionaire mindset never, ever takes a day off. And being a millionaire doesn't mean you have $1 million in the bank. It means you think like a millionaire. That's what the millionaire mindset's all about, right, Thomas? If you want to be a millionaire, you got to think like a millionaire. The 6 inches between your ears is the most important aspect of anything that's going on in this world for you. And if you don't work on the 6 inches between your ears, you certainly are not going to be able to help others work on those 6 inches between theirs. And so, that's pretty much all I have to say about it today. You guys work on you. Get in here. Get in this place. To your husband, this place is for real. It is like incredibly for real. It is amazing what happens to you when you start working on this little spot right here. And this is the spot that nobody wants to work on. They want to point fingers at other people, and they don't even realize that there's 3 fingers that are pointing right back at them. So work on you, kids. Work on you so that you can help others work on them. That's all I have to say today. This is a great day, an incredible, awesome day. Hoo-dee-hoo. I'm stoked for it. So yeah, love you all.
Love you too, brother. Yes, the energy, the vibrations. JJ has been an entrepreneur for most of his life, doing from flooring to other things that he's into now with the health and wellness, just like the rest of us, and moving, shaking, shifting lives. And he's bringing it to the world every day. His mindset wasn't in that portal at that time, but in the last 4 months, he has got in it and does now a daily motivation, a Kong family show as well. And it introduces the products and everything that he has and works with. So, guys, this is awesome. Crystal, you got there. Yes, Crystal. Go ahead.
I wanted to just read a couple little sentences out of a book that when I first started with the group was highly recommended to read. And it was like a night and day difference within my own head. I tend to kind of battle with my own thoughts, and my own thoughts have been my worst enemy. And it's something that I've really had to focus and retrain my thought pattern in. And this one blurb in this book, The Magic, it's the universal law. It says, gratitude operates through a universal law that governs your whole life. According to the law of attraction, which governs all the energy in our universe, from the formation of an atom to the movement of the planets, like attracts like. It's because of the law of attraction that the cells of every living creature are held together, as well as the substance of every material object. In your life, the law operates on your thoughts and feelings because they are energy too. And so whatever you think, whatever you feel, you attract. And I had to read, and I didn't have to, I wanted to read that last little bit. Whatever you think, whatever you feel, you attract. And that was my biggest problem, was I was doing what most of society does. Well, so-and-so can do this, why can't I? Well, I was able to do this into the past, but now I can't. Why was it so easy then and it's not now? It was a huge struggle for me to stop that negative thought. And that's the one thing that I really had to work on, and I still am working on in retraining, because that 6 inches, like you're saying, between your ears, it's the hardest thing to retrain. And I'm 37 years into thinking this way. And so it's been a real struggle, but the last month or two with this group has made a massive change within myself. And I just can't say it enough. I've been telling everybody that is kind of struggled like I have and is still struggling like I am, and working on ourselves, and someone who has said, you know, I need to work on mindfulness and things like that. I'm like, you need to come join this group. You need to start listening. If you're not available, you know, first thing in the morning, here's the YouTube links. Have a listen. Tell me what you think. I'm touching base with them, seeing how they're doing. And I love seeing new faces and names in the group, even though I'm not fully active and I don't talk as much. It's still really good to see that people are starting to align and attract each other. So yes, it's a good morning.
Hey, Crystal, can you share your story with your kids again for the people that haven't heard it?
Yes, for sure. I'd say it's probably about 2 weeks ago now. Every morning, and it's usually Monday mornings, we tend to have a little bit of a harder time getting up and going in the morning. I've gotten a lot better because I turn the chat on. I don't normally show my face because I'm walking around in sometimes nothing, house coat, but I put it on my Bluetooth so I can hear it as I'm roaming through rooms and get my 2 youngest going. I have an almost 19-year-old. She's self-sufficient. She's never up before we leave the house, but and then I've got my daughter will be 12 in a couple days, and my son is 10 and a half, and my son tends to get frustrated quite easily with things. He's got high expectations for himself. And so when something doesn't go, even putting socks on, he can get quite frazzled. And one morning he was kind of muttering something under his breath, and I could hear him getting frustrated. And I was just kind of like, okay, let's give him a moment and whatever. And then he started kind of vocalizing it and really like getting angry. And I heard some things flying around in his room, and I went to go and talk with him. And I was like, not even out of my bathroom, and their room isn't far from mine. And I heard my daughter just say, hey buddy, what's going on? And he muttered something I couldn't really make out. She goes, okay, you need to take a deep breath. You need to relax. And is this how you really want to start your intentions for today? And I was just flabbergasted. I stopped in my tracks and I was like, did I really just hear what I think I heard? And then I heard him take a deep breath and relax. And she was like, okay, try again. And so I just turned around and I walked away with my heart just so full, knowing that they're soaking up what I'm listening to, and my Bluetooth. Like, I wasn't even intending for them to really hear this stuff, but their subconscious has soaked it in. And to know that I'm not only benefiting myself, but I'm helping them grow more and be stronger and more mindful, and, you know, really try to take things more relaxed and not let that frustration overpower them is just really awesome to hear. That, you know, like, you guys are helping the younger generation not even knowing yet, you know. And so I encourage people to blast this on. If you've got kids at home, blast it while you're listening. Let them, their subconscious, pick up things, see if there's a change within them. And I've been talking with them too when we're having some frustrations, or even I feel like I'm getting a little more rattled. I'll be like, okay guys, we need to, you know, settle our minds. We need to relax our emotions. We need to, you know, try not to let that negativity take over. And it's definitely made a huge change. And my husband even said, you know, whatever you're doing, keep doing it, because it's working. And he notices when I kind of slack off. He's like, you haven't been focusing lately, have you? And I'm like, okay, thanks for calling me out. I needed that. So it's nice to have that support. And my husband, he's usually gone in the mornings, like a couple minutes after the group starts, but I tell him about our chats every day. And he's really on my team, and I need that, and everyone needs that support, and you don't want that negativity to kind of take control. So I hope all this can help you guys out there as well. So yes.
And it did. Thank you again for sharing that. Yes. Powerful word, powerful story, you know, and it brings to my heart every time I hear it. And it's, you know, just awesomeness altogether, knowing that, you know, the vibrational planes that I put myself on back in 2003, and to know that, to be able to reconnect and with people of the like-minded that across the world that has awakened themselves to the energy that they have within, to know that this is now not, like she said, not just shifting my generation of 40, you know, I'm 46, you know, so now knowing that my children are paying attention because I broke the chains, to know that I wasn't going to be like my father. I wasn't going to be the alcoholic. I wasn't going to be the one that, you know, got the beatings, you know, out of no reason. So I made sure I didn't pass that down on to my kids. So I broke that chain. I broke that energy. I wanted something different. So I had to do something different here, and the way I thought and treated myself. So my dad has his own problems at 80 years of age, you know, but yet I know I'm living my life, and I have a good bond with my kids, and they're doing very well within their lives and having fun within everything they do. And they know the journeys that they're going on, that they're creating, and nobody else is for them. Go ahead, Jen.
I love it. Yeah, I remember hearing that story, Crystal, and the fact that you pump it up for your kids is amazing. One of the things, like, with this, I mean, I'm not here to convince anyone to do anything to change their life or whatever the case might be. We literally, like, have thousands of people to talk to. So you work with people that really want to do it. But at the end of the day, like, we're being entrepreneurs. Some people, as you can see in the room, are at their job still, or whatever the case might be. But I make this my priority. So whether I show up to this live or I go and listen to this on, you know, Thomas's YouTube channel later, it doesn't matter. I just make sure that I hear this every day, because it's what you put in your brain is literally what you manifest. Just like, you know, if you say you want $1 million, you can get $1 million. You have to put your mindset to that and be in receiving mode. And it's very similar to this. So yeah, it's super powerful. It's awesome listening to everyone's stories as they step out. And if you like to listen like me and you just want to hear whatever the other people have to say, that's great. But if you have something to say, shout it out.
That's it. Just raise your hand and we can unmute you and get you in. So we're going to do that right quick. I'm going to open it up to the table. Brother Ricky, I see your hand. Go ahead. There you go. Quit. There you go.
Yeah, we're playing tag. Mute. Well, anyway, Galaxy A8. I like that name. That's like a different universe. So anyway, I'm ex-military myself. All right. And I can relate with your husband. I don't know what branch he was in or whatever, but 90% of the stuff that we did in the military, it wasn't for what we were made to believe what we was going to do. We was made to believe we're going to a certain spot to do a certain mission, but actually the mission was a big cover-up thing of the government. We know how the government misleads us. So it took me 2.5 years of being a part of this organization, of doing my background research and everything else, being skeptic and stuff like that. But yes, by reading that book that you just saw, The Magic, by Rhonda Byrne, I don't know if you have it, but it's definitely a powerful book for yourself, for your whole family, and even your husband. We do go through PTSD, and it sticks with us, and we blame it more on ourselves than anything else. And it's strong in us, but in order for us to change that programming in our mind, we have to start studying and reading certain books and putting trust back into certain people, because we think everybody is always out to get us because of the way we've been programmed from the military, from childhood, or whichever the case may be. But if you invite your husband to sit on the sideline beside you and start listening with his emotions and feel the emotions from these people within our family here, he will feel it in his heart. He's like, wait a minute, I felt this before I was in the military. I was in the military. I got out because I got tired of the misleading part. I joined the military to save people, not to be a bully, not to take other things that wasn't ours from the get-go. That's to save people. So, and that's why I'm with this organization now, to motivate people, to give people a different outlook on life, that it's not as bad as a third world country, or even third world country. Those kids over there have so much more gratitude than we could even imagine. I mean, you can see the gratitude in their eyes. But the best thing to do for him is just sit beside your shoulder and watch. It's better for him to support you 100% so you can get the ball rolling a lot faster, because I know I have a skeptical wife. You know, she don't believe in the book and it's all this crap. It doesn't matter. I'm doing myself. I'm starting with myself and inside myself, and it portrays outward, whether it's through her, through my kids, or anything else. But if I had her 100% support, man, I would blow up this whole world with so much gratitude. But, you know, we have to start somewhere. And mainly, like I said, get that book, let him start reprogramming himself. And that's a start. And just sit on your shoulder, be your little guardian angel, and watch over your shoulder. And he will feel the passion and the love and sincerity that he fought for his country for. And that's all we're doing right now. We're fighting to get our happiness back, to live our freaking life. I'm trying to keep you cussing. To live our life in happiness and gratitude and enjoy our kids. I don't know if you have kids, but that's another stress. You know, I hate being here at work all the time. Oh, my Lord, that's awesome. I used to have 3. I lost one 2 years ago. She was 7 years old in a bad car wreck. But that's why life is important. So time, we don't ever get that time back. I'm not telling you about my loss just because of that, because we're not promised tomorrow. So take advantage of this now, what we got going on, the motivation and everything else you might, I don't know if you're in part of the business aspect of it or not. I'm not going there, but, you know, you can reach out to us in other different ways. But anyway, I just want to relate real quick. I know we're pressured for time, and I love you. I love everybody within this organization. I support them 100%. And if your husband needs to reach out to me to talk to me, reach me through Messenger or whichever the case may be. All right, y'all have a good day.
Thank you very much, Brother Ricky. Yes, we love and appreciate everything you do. He says if his wife would get on board, he would be, you know, putting out more. No, he gives out more now already. Passes out that book like it's candy cane. He makes sure everybody he comes around has the information that they need to move their self, you know. So you give out 100% already, brother. So don't think that you're giving lack of.
Disappearing on us, Thomas.
Yeah. Hey, the galaxies are trying to call me, come back, come back, come back, So, yeah, I love living in the universe, guys. I love creating the new different things within our lives and the places that we're going and the people that we're meeting and the things that we're able to do. At the end of the month, we have, we'll be, a bunch of us will be gathered up back in Vegas for a big event to move our, organizations into a whole different realm of what we do on a day-to-day basis.
Thomas, it's good to hear these testimonies, is it not?
Say again?
That it's good to hear these testimonies, is it not?
Yes, sir. Very much so. Everybody that's stepping out, stepping up, and moving something more within its life. The new faces that we're seeing within here today, the people that are looking for something more and you wanted a place to find it, well, now you found it. You have found a community right here. You have found some people right here that are not judgmental people, because we know we're not perfect. We'll be perfect when we go to those gates and he lets us in. But as right now, we're being the best people we can be every single day. And we fill our cups first before we out to the world. So I get up every morning and I give my gratitude to everything that we have. And I fill my cup every day with the love. And then I make sure that Carol feels my love and I feel hers as well. And then before I get in this office, I know I have enough that I can give back to the world. So Ricky said it a minute ago. You got to fill your cup first. You're not being selfish. Get up and do what you got to do for you. Start your day on the right foot. And we get in here and we try to bring it every day. So the stories that we're hearing, these testimonies of people that are shifting their lives, JJ, the time frame he's been in here, and like he said, his attitude would have been a snap judgment and rip the sink apart when he lost that little bolt underneath that sink working with his wife that day. But instead he turned around and he laughed about it. And then his wife said, "That's not my JJ." And they both started laughing. So they knew that he was on the right track and doing something better within your life. Because sometimes we think we need confirmations to know that we're doing better. But just know you're doing good, because the universe is always telling you different signs, but you're just not listening or paying attention to what they're showing you. Because you could have some birds fly into your, close to you that day and sitting right there next to you. Guess what? That is a sign that they're sending you. Hey, they're singing to you right then and there. Those little birds on the windowsill, right? 3 little birds sitting on your windowsill that morning. It's going to be a good day. Yes.
Snow White moment.
Yeah. No Barry White. No. So, yeah, we're not singing today, and I don't have any songs already picked out, so I'm not going to leave y'all with a song today. But, oh, don't worry, be happy. Oh, that might be a good one. Now y'all are going to start tapping that in your song. And right now, as we're playing through the rest of this, you're going to tap that in your head right quick. Don't worry, be happy now. So now y'all got that stuck in your head. So that's going to stick with you all day. And as you get sad today or you get some happy moment, you're going to start tapping your toe and singing that. And you're going to say, daggone, that little white boy got some. Yeah, y'all going to think about me, and I'm going to feel that energy every time y'all say my name today. Daggum, Thomas, you got this song stuck in my head. I'm going to know it. I'm going to hear my ears ringing and burning, because y'all are going to be saying, he's got some energy. How does he keep it all the time? Why? Because I've made sure I got my life out of stress and out of worry and out of anxiety and out of depression into a different vibration plane, and I keep it there all the time. And this happiness is what you will feel around me every single moment you feel around me. You come and meet me face to face, and you're going to feel it. There's nothing different. We walk in the sunshine every day. I love that. Walking on sunshine. Yes. All right. We're going to open up the table one more time before we pass this on to Miss Shannon. Miss Shannon wraps us up every morning with a morning affirmation that she reads out for us. So raise your hand right quick if anybody else has something that they want to say this morning, bring to the table, some energy or something that just go ahead, Chris. Galaxy. Miss Galaxy 8, you are now on the floor of morning motivation. Oh.
My name doesn't show up?
No, right now, Galaxy 8. You can go in and change that, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, when you, or I can just stay as Galaxy. I mean, I forgot what I was going to say now. As you say about depression, anxiety, I deal with that, and I deal with that every day. But I've learned to deal with it, through God, because I am a churchgoer, and that's who I let deal with my issues. That's who I go to. He's my go-to. And yeah, so today has been very, very helpful. I'm actually glad that I got on here with you guys, and I thank you, Jen, again. You're awesome, girl. And I'm gonna try my best to be on here as much as possible. My birthday's next week, in a couple weeks actually, the 1st. Believe it or not, I'll be 41. Wow. But no, also, yeah, my husband, he's a great man, and I truly love him, and I stick by him. I know a lot of people don't understand the sickness with his illness, and that would probably walk away, but I guess I stay by him because I love him, and I know it's not his fault that he has that depression and PTSD, they call it. But yeah, I will definitely try to get him sit in beside me and see. He's stubborn that way. He likes to stay by himself.
Well, the good thing is he doesn't have to be seen. As long as he can hear.
Yeah.
And knows that you're not putting money out to anything. All you're doing right now is bringing your energy and your time for a moment to shift your life. We're not asking you to do anything. All we're asking you is give a little bit of your time for 30, 45 minutes that we've been on here. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And I also I didn't really say much, like, because I know we just get on here and talk and stuff, but I actually do have 4 children. And my son, he's 23, and he's actually in BC, Victoria. He is my little sea guy. He's in the Navy, and I'm so proud of him that he's fighting. Well, hopefully not fighting, but anytime soon. But he's really enjoying his life being in the Navy and following his dreams. And I have one left at home. She's 13, and my other daughter, she's in Halifax, New Brunswick. So, and my stepdaughter's in Nova Scotia as well. So
we got team members out over there. But thank you for coming out today, and we look forward to hearing the rest of the new journey, because now if you start today and you get you a pen and you get you a nice little journal and start writing down the things that made you happy about this morning motivation, and then throughout the day, when you start feeling a little bit of your depression or anxiety, go to the mirror and say, why am I feeling this? Why aren't I feeling like I was this morning?
Yeah.
And then say, hey, I don't want to feel like this anymore. I'm going to feel like this. I had the energy of this morning motivation. It was happy. Now, why aren't I in that happy state anymore? And now you can start to rewire. This is what's going on. Oh, that TV station was on. Oh, that song. Oh, that person's voice. Something.
I sing in my church and stuff.
Well, that's good. But that's what I'm saying, though. Not just singing, I'm saying every day, all day long. When you start feeling that, you need to go back and say, why aren't I feeling like I was this morning in happy and morning motivation? Mm-hmm. And then I want you to start singing the little song. Don't worry, be happy now. Okay? So every time you start feeling depression during the day, go back and say, why aren't I feeling happy anymore? And start singing the song. Put a smile on your face. And I promise you, you cannot be mad when you have a smile on your face. And if you want to learn how to put a smile on your face when you don't think you can have one, come on, guys. Y'all ready? See the pen, right? Everybody grabs a pen. Now, when you feel like you can't smile, you feel you're depressed, take that pen and put it in your mouth. Now, all of a sudden, them muscles are thinking that you're smiling. Now it's telling your brain that you're smiling now. Now the rest of the endorphins start rolling through your body thinking you're in a happy state. Now you cannot be depressed when you have a smile on your face.
Well, they say it takes more muscles to frown than it does to smile.
So we just showed you how to put a smile on your face all day, every day, no matter what. So being depressed is something you can work out of. Mm-hmm. Been there, baby. All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, Miss Vanita, I see you have your hand up over there, baby. And I'll unmute you. No, I won't unmute you. There it goes. Quit.
Just real quick, because I'm getting ready to order some coffee, but what I do is put my morning motivation on, and the people that are in the house hear it. Good morning, welcome to Starbucks. Can I get started for you? Hi, can I get, excuse me, guys. Go ahead and somebody else. Can I get a...
Yeah, we're going to, I like that, Ricky over there, the anger management movie. I like that one. I feel pretty, oh so pretty. Who wants to sing it with me? Anybody? I feel pretty, oh so pretty. Right? Come on, everybody's got it. Yes. Yes, it is a good day.
I feel pretty and witty and gay, and I pity anyone who isn't me today. I feel lovely, oh so lovely. It's amazing how lovely I feel.
Love it.
I love that song.
I feel handsome.
Awesome, Carol.
You're awesome, Carol.
Yes, she is. I mean, awesome day.
Yes, you're awesome.
I never heard that before.
Go watch the movie. It's a good movie. All right. Vanita, you good? Go ahead and wrap up.
Okay, yes, so just really quick. So when I went to Texas to visit with my daughter, I had us on, and she's like, wow, Mom, that is, that's really awesome. So my point is that, like you say, if you put it on where they can hear it, they're going to be attracted to it. They can't help but be attracted to it because we're drawn to positivity. We're around so much negativity every single day that we get bombarded with it. And if we allow it, it will definitely cause us to be anxious and cause us to be depressed and all these things. But we have to change that self-talk, right? Every time a negative thought comes into our mind, immediately we have to counteract that with something. No, I'm not going to think like that. I'm going to think, I'm so happy, or whatever the thing is. And, I am too a woman of God, and I do get down sometimes. And you know what I do? I just start worshiping him. Lord, you're so good. I thank you. I thank you. And before I know it, I'm in song. And before I know it, that depression has left me. So it's all about connecting. It's all about get in here, get in here, turn this on in the morning. And okay, I'm guilty. I'm not here 7 days a week like I should be. But, the days that I am here, I play it so that everybody can hear it. Good morning. And, all right. And it helps and it connects. You know what I mean? Here you go, honey. Thank you so much. So just turn it on, baby. Turn it on and let them hear it. And everything from there is going to be it's going to be a win-win. Trust me.
Win-win. I like that. Definitely. And I like that part. Crank it up. Whoop, whoop. Crank it up. Yes, let everybody hear it. Let everybody, as you're going down the highway, hear everything that we got going. Every red light you stop at. All right, Brother Julio, I see you sat down just for a second. You got anything you want to bring out before we throw it over to Shannon? No, can't hear you, brother.
I was thinking about something Dr. Miles Monroe was talking about, how he references a place of employment. And I say this at my place of employment. But he was referencing how places of employment, how they kill a person's dream. They kill the things that that individual is aspiring for. They almost stop the dream from coming to fruition. They stop the dream from coming to reality, even that dream being envisioned, because people get so captivated with their jobs. They get so captivated with what they're doing on a daily basis, that they get so tired and overwhelmed that by the time they get home, half the time people can't even process. They can't stop for a second. And I say this because this is how they're thinking. This is how they're operating. Not because I actually believe it, because they can change these things. But they get home and they're so overwhelmed because of what the day consisted of, and they're so tired because of, you know, them. Hey, I've been up since 4:50 this morning. I've been up since 5 a.m. and I started work at 6, and I've been in traffic for 3 hours and this and that. And, you know, I got into an argument or disagreement or whatever the case may be, you know. And by the time they get home, I don't want to do anything, you know. I understand that. I understand the wanting and desire to take a load off and to relax and to get away from that. But places of employment, how they, you know, how they kill that desire within a person sometimes, you know. But realizing what that is, now I said it. Now it's up to you to change that. See, now you have a different piece of knowledge to say, okay, I never thought about it like that, you know. But that's exactly what it is. He was just referencing that, and it made me really think about, man, that there's a lot of truth to that concept, that places of employment, you know, kind of, you know, that's not the case at everybody's place of employment, you know, or with every situation, but it is the case with a lot of individuals. You know, we've always been engulfed in operating and thinking a certain way and processing a different way, and then, you know, to come on here to a morning Zoom or to be, you know, some of you guys who have really, you know, I was an entrepreneur before I came on here, before I connected with you all, before I joined, but being with you, connecting with you all, getting on a morning Zoom and reading more now and you know, educating myself to what's available and seeing, allowing myself to take time for myself and learning myself, studying myself, you know, I mean, just increasing with areas of, you know, mental abundance, mental wealth, you know what I'm saying? I mean, spiritual health, you know, spiritual abundance, you know, getting to a different, operating on a different frequency, something I didn't even know I understood freaking 8-9 months ago. Now I'm like, ooh, this is a beautiful thing, you know? You know, but only through me putting some of these practices into play has my life begin to change, you know, personally. So just wanted to encourage people to you know, you're watching this on the replay, you're watching, you know, on Thomas's YouTube channel or whatever, you know, carve some time out for yourself today to digest your day, to examine yourself, to say enough is enough. You know, I'm gonna write that book. Enough is enough. I'm gonna take these notes. I'm gonna write this down. I'm gonna, you know, you know what that thing is you've been waiting to do. That thing has been knocking at the door of your heart, you know. Don't let anything hinder you and stop you from obtaining what you want to obtain and from getting to where you want to get in life. The time is right now. The opportunity is right now. The only thing stopping you is you. So get out of your way, you know, and dive in to discover greatness that's already within you anyways.
Amen. Amen. Wait, Jim.
Love you guys, man.
Love you, brother.
Love you, Julio. People crave positivity and community. That's like the reality of it. Like you said, Thomas, so much negativity floating out there, and people are attracted to drama because they can relate to it with all the drama and terrible things going on in their life. But really what we want is happiness and community. So usually I do yoga when I'm listening to Thomas's motivation, so I can get my exercise done. But when I'm not doing yoga, I'm out walking the pooch, and I put this on speaker, and they'll be literally like, because I live in a community, there's a ton of retirees out here, and so they're all out in the morning walking their pooch too, right? And they'll be like, "What are you listening to?" So I'll stop, listen to them for a little bit. They're like, "Oh, this is pretty cool." So yeah, it is pretty crazy. So if you can crank it. If you got kids around, as long as you're feeding positivity into people's ears, it's a heck of a lot better than what we have to deal with in the real life.
Amen. So guys, this has been an awesome morning so far. A lot of beautiful faces that we're seeing on here, a lot of new smiles, a lot of new energies that's going out into the universe today, knowing that those rockets of desires that you put out, get ready to receive them now. Don't send them out and put a self-doubt with it. Send those rockets of desires out and say, I'm ready to receive these. I'm going to send them out to the universe, and I'm ready to receive them as soon as y'all want to give them to me. Let it happen. So what is the first thing you want to ask for us? Bring me more love within my life. Bring me more happiness within my life, and then get ready to receive that. And then you shall. So we're going to pass this on to Miss Shannon. She is going to read an affirmation to wrap us up this morning, and we want to appreciate everyone that come out again. If you got a moment and you're not driving, close your eyes. Listen to the words that she's about to speak. Receive those words within your heart, and you're going to take those and implement them within your life. Put the I am, the power words, or whatever she's got to say, put them into you and your reality of life right now, and grasp them just for a second. Go ahead, Miss Shannon.
Morning, everybody. I align myself today with pure, fun, positive energy. I release all resistance of the past and move into the present moment. Today, I focus on what makes me feel good. It is easy for me to look in the mirror and say, I love you. I maintain alignment with my source energy. I go with the flow and feel my connection to the stream of life. I am enthusiastic about every second of my life. I am grateful for the life force and energy that runs through my body. Today, I rejoice in who I am.
Rejoice within who I am. Awesomeness. Enjoy the day, guys. We love and appreciate you all. It's been an awesome morning. We will see y'all tomorrow. The same Zoom link, same Zoom channel. See y'all tomorrow.